Here we have our mayor in Los Angeles, communist in chief, Karen Bass, talking about, I don't even know, just complaining about something, as always. Always got a Marxist grievance.
Seems as though he's testing the country. Well, we'll try it this way, we'll try it that way. Will there be major opposition to federal intervention? I can only imagine how all of those agencies feel by putting on the street and doing what D.C. cops should be doing as opposed to the FBI.
Why aren't they doing it? And that's the real question, folks. Why are Democrat authorities who run the most violent cities in the country doing nothing to stop crime or enforce the law? Mayor Karen calls Los Angeles a test case for the nation, but what exactly is being tested by Trump, as she claims? Is it how long citizens will tolerate lawlessness on the part of Democrats? For months now, smashing crabs, looting, and open-air drug markets have turned L.A. into a showcase of failed governance, and yet the mayor's response is to frame it as some kind of experiment in federal resistance. This isn't accidental, by the way. It's the product of an ideology that views crime through the lens of equity, where criminals are treated as victims and enforcement is cast as oppression. The broader implication is chilling. By normalizing disorder, Democrats keep communities dependent on government. They keep fear as a political weapon, and they turn cities into living billboards for progressive decay, obviously. Mayor Karen may think she's defying Washington here, but in reality, she's proving the futility of the Democrat model, one where safety, stability, and accountability are sacrificed at the altar of Marxist ideology.
And I'm concerned about the way he is rolling that out in Washington, D.C., which is essentially going after young black and brown youth.
Of course.
In Washington, D.C., imposing a curfew, saying that if they violate
Can
the curfew,
you not mention race for a second?
$500, saying that the kids
I will give you $500
We've tried those
if you can go a
policies
single
before.
day
They
without
do
making
not
something
work,
about
and
race.
It's my understanding that crime was going down in Washington, D.C. So
oh, it was, huh?
This?
And communist insurgent Mayor Karen made absolutely 0 points. It's actually remarkable how quickly Democrats pivot to identity politics and weaponize race whenever they're cornered on how bad they are on crime. The script is old, it's predictable, and increasingly boring, mainly because it's not effective anymore. Crime in cities like LA and D.C. hasn't magically disappeared. It's been redefined, massaged, or ignored through selective reporting. When leaders like Mayor Karen downplay public safety crises by calling federal help just for show, they're not protecting communities. They're protecting their narrative. And that's a deeper pattern here, folks. Progressive mayors would rather argue about perception than actually confront reality, because admitting the truth that their policies produced chaos would unravel the entire ideological scaffolding they've built around equity, leniency, and distrust of enforcement. So what we're seeing is the last gasp of a political strategy that treats fear over policing as more important than actual safety, even as ordinary people pay the price for the Democrat refusal to actually face the facts and provide a vital public service to communities. At the end of the day, the question isn't just about Democrats spinning statistics or recycling tired talking points. It's about whether we're willing to keep letting the same broken narratives define reality for us. How long can a society survive when truth is treated as negotiable, when crime is rebranded as equity, and when weakness is sold as strength? How long will large swaths of our population continue to accept Democrats who are more invested in preserving their ideology than protecting our communities? Or do we demand something more? These moments should force us to ask not only what's happening in our cities, but what's happening to our culture. Are we being conditioned to lower our expectations, to normalize decline, to accept chaos as progress? That being said, the real test isn't whether Democrats can keep peddling these stupid narratives. It's whether we still have the clarity and the courage to stop believing them and to break the cycle and get these suckers out of office. You tell me what you think in the comments down below. Hope you have a terrific day. Peace.